Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your mid-October 2021 general tarot reading. We're going to be doing a reading of step back, step forward. So we're going to be looking at if you want to step back from a situation, if you want to stay in a situation, and if you want to move on, what you might be able to do there. Don't necessarily think that a step back is a bad thing. The cards will let us know, show us there, but hopefully this will resonate with you. We're not going to be doing any clarifiers, but we are going to be going a little more in depth than we normally would with these cards. So hopefully this is going to resonate with you. Hopefully it will help you out in some way. But let's take a look. Let's see what we got here for you, Sagittarius. All right. So we got the Empress, got the King of Cups, got the Eight of Pentacles, and the general vibe for this reading is the World. So I don't know if you can hear that purring. My cat Journey is right next to the table here, or right next to the just off screen here, and he's deaf, so he purrs very loudly. Apparently, is what I'm told. So we have the World, to start things off here, and the World, as the general card, feels like things are coming to a conclusion here this month. Some sort of big conclusion here. So something important, something hopefully good, and it looks good here just based on just looking at these cards in general. But the World is a big time completion. It's a big time ending here. It's like this journey, this long journey you've been on. Oddly enough, my cat named Journey, sitting next to me here, is just coming to an end. It's coming to a completion, and that's good. That's good because it's gonna be satisfying by the looks of things here. So I like that. So we're starting things off. If you want to take a step back, we've got the Empress here, and the Empress is all of the queens of the minor arcana combined into one, and you get the Empress, the queen bee, right? The Empress can represent a ton of abundance coming in for you, just an absolute, plethora. So you might need to step back into an abundance mindset, Sagittarius. With that in mind, it's sort of, you don't necessarily need to be like, making it rain with the money or anything like that, but just being like in a mindset of like, there's more here. Like a funny joke I was watching Seinfeld the other day, and Jerry was doing like one of his stand-up bits, and he said, you ruin your lunch, like you spoil your appetite, if you have like candy or something beforehand, or you do a little bit of pre-eating, and then you don't end up eating the full meal, right? Your parents always told you, your mother would tell you, don't spoil your appetite and stuff. And he says like, okay, well, and he says, well, that's okay, but it's like, as you're an adult, you can spoil as many appetites as you want, right? Because you're an adult, no one can stop you. He's like, but there's going to be more appetites down the road. Like, he's like, there's going to be millions more appetites down the road that I can spoil. What's the matter if I spoil one or two here or there, right? And that's what I mean by taking that abundance mindset. It's like, I'm going to be hungry again, right? Like, it doesn't matter if I spoiled my appetite now, I'm going to be hungry later, like later today even, right? So that kind of a mindset. Don't, just because, something right now seems like quote unquote, like super important, or it seems like it's the main focus right now, doesn't necessarily mean that this is all there's ever going to be, right? You can always make more money. You can always find another job. You always have a time you'll be hungry, right? So that's what I mean, like step back into that kind of a mindset. So I like that. Also stepping back into a mindset of looking for opportunities and looking to create, right? The Empress births into the world the things that the Magician manifests. So looking to create things, looking to birth things into this world. So I feel like you might be very creative at this time, taking a step back kind of into that more of a mindset, like let's create things, let's make things. Or taking a step back into kind of being one with nature as well, right? The Empress is out here in the world, out in the wilderness. So, maybe kind of going out on walks and stuff, and getting in touch with nature, going outside, spending a lot more time outside this back half of October while the weather's still kind of okay, or at least around where I'm living, it's getting chilly out. But yeah, kind of taking that kind of an approach. So I like that. That's fantastic. If you want to stay put, we got the King of Cups though. King of Cups is a great place to be as well. The King of Cups is a mature person. He is someone who is master of his emotions and doesn't let his emotions master him. As you can see here, he's kind of in these like rough waters, and he's not phased. He's just like, yeah, whatever, right? This is a person, the King of Cups, which hopefully is going to be you, who is very much that kind of person of like, yeah, like been here, done that. I'm not going to get worked up. Like, this looks rough, but whatever, right? Like, I'll make it through this, no worries, right? So I like that. Whenever I see the King of Cups nowadays, I kind of think of like the pandemic and stuff. It's like like these things. Pandemics don't happen that often, and like you lived through one. If you're watching this video, like you survived a pandemic. Like that's pretty incredible, right? Like what can stop you at this point? Like you survived like a global event like that. Think about that for a second, right? A global event, and you're living through it and survived it. And so like that's pretty impressive. So like, you know, your boss is mad, like whatever, man, like I don't need this. Like your boss is mad at you because of like some stupid little thing, whatever. I'm not mad at like whatever, man, don't worry about it. Don't freak out, don't get worked up and stuff, right? That kind of an idea, because like you survived worse than this, worse than a guy just kind of losing his shit over nothing, right? Or whatever that may apply to you. Like, just don't get into like, you know, hyper-reactive, hypersensitive kind of a mindset here. So I feel like you're in that already, or you're kind of moving into that at this time. Could also be just finding someone that's like that, someone maybe a little older than you, again, a mature type person who is very much in that mindset as well. So I like that. That's fantastic. But if you want to move on from that, we've got the Eight of Pentacles here. So this is about putting in the work with the Eight of Pentacles. Practice makes perfect. Repetition is the path to mastery. We're talking about that a bit with the King of Cups, how he's the master of his emotions, not the that his emotions master him. So I like that. So that's a very good energy to be in if you're moving into the Eight of Pentacles, like trying to master something. Now with Pentacles, it's generally something more physical. So it could be like you're trying to master a skill, trying to master something like a job or something like that, right? Really focusing down on that. As you can see, this person here crafting these pentacles, he's put in a lot of work, and as you can see, they're not all the same shape, they're not all the same size, but as you go down, they kind of take on a little more of a consistent form, as to say he's kind of getting more of the hang of it here. He's really accumulating his skills and really catching on here. So that's really awesome. So I feel like you're stepping into, like, if you want to step forward, it's taking a step into focusing on that, trying to master something here. And it doesn't necessarily have to be something physical, though this is like with the Pentacles, it does lean itself into that, but it could be, you know, you mastering anything, as these are general readings. So I feel like that's coming. Like, I feel like if you start mastering something, we're heading towards that conclusion with the world, possibly by the end of the month. Tarot is a little funky with time, of course. It's time. Tarot in general is timeless, even though we do like weekly and monthly readings. It still kind of is like, we're just going to take our time, and some, like, you know, I've done readings for people and they'll say like, oh, this happened like last week, that all came to fruition. And then someone else will come back and be like, that didn't happen for me this week, but I'm still like heading towards that conclusion, right? Like it is what it is. So you may like start trying to work on something this month and like really almost complete it, or maybe you will complete it, or maybe it might take a little longer for you, but as it is a general reading. So I like that. So again, I just feel like heading towards that abundance mindset, heading towards being creative and outdoorsy, or, you know, you as the King of Cups being very unfazed, being very, you know, kind of master of yourself, not getting worked up over anything, or moving towards mastering some sort of craft, some sort of skill, or any sort of thing out there that you are attempting to master. So thank you for being here, Sagittarius. Appreciate it so much. Hopefully this has resonated with you, and hopefully this helped you out on some level. If you want to help out the channel, though, you can leave a like down below. You can subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You can check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign videos too after this one. Thank you again for being here, Sagittarius, and I hope to see you in the next video.